investigation lasted approximately 6 weeks. To get 6 weeks out of it was more than we could have hoped for. Duck and a number of members of the organization drove into Chicago to obtain more heroin. They were under surveillance in the Chicago area when they became targets of a drive-by shooting. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a second vehicle pulled up alongside Duck and an individual started shooting. The agents in Chicago had to immediately take action, which required them to pursue the vehicle that the shots had come out of. Duck could see these cars suddenly come from nowhere, and he put it all together right then and there. He knew he was under surveillance, and he suspected other things might be wrong back in Rockford. He then placed a call that we intercepted in the dope house in which he warned the individuals there that he thought he was being followed by federal investigators and that they should get out of the house immediately.
They scrambled back to Rockford that night, Ambrose Jones in the SUV, and Duck, we later learned, in a taxi. That was when the jig was up, so to speak, and it was time for us to start making arrests, which is what we did on September 14th. This conspiracy, Daryl Davis, received a 42-year sentence, and that trickled down to the other members of the conspiracy, and like Bradford Dotson receiving a 35-year sentence after trial, Montrell McSwain a 25-year sentence after trial. 42 years for Daryl Duck Davis is a life sentence. He is going to be an old man when he gets out. When a group like Titanic Stones get to the point where they're that organized and are terrorizing the streets, you're left with no choice. Law enforcement is left with no choice but to take them off. He was simply too dangerous and ordered too many violent acts to leave out on the street.
Every day that the phone would ring or I would hear the siren, I thought, okay, that someone's going to tell me, come identify your son. Because that was definitely the path that he was going down. I could have been a better parent. I know I'm a better person. I've proven that I'm a better person than that. But unfortunately, my son doesn't know me in my present state. And that hurts me. Come on, it's raining. Oh, boy. My grandchildren. They're sweethearts. No, get in the bag, get in the bag. Daryl 6 and Deshante is 7. Wonderful, wonderful children.
Okay, can you give us a start because we don't got that much money?
Okay, I'll give you some money. They don't know the nature of what has happened. They just know their dad's in jail. And what is he in now? Daryl, go sit down. Yes. I want to sit here. You sit over there, please.
Yes. You want French fries?
You want some French fries? Okay. Yeah, it's a joy having them. It's an absolute joy. I'm getting a second chance at this. Go to the front and say, excuse me, can I please have some barbecue sauce? Can you do that? No, I didn't ask you. I told her. You want another hamburger?
How you been? He called Granny house.
We call Granny's house.
Yeah, but I don't be over there.
I think we should write a letter to the prison and tell them we want more time. They all say, we can't give them too much, we can't give them any more time on the telephone. Here, y'all just take them. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice.
Yeah. He only got 30 years left. Granny.
Maybe so.
I'm not mad at the judge and the prosecutors. They got to do their jobs. The gavel was hit, you know, the signature was signed. The jury brought his verdict. It was over with. And he sentenced me according to the United States sentencing guidelines. And gave me what he gave me. And if 30 years is what it took for me to humble myself, then all is well. I'm not being a real good example to Brandon, you know what I'm saying? Because if he look up to me, I just hope that he don't make the same mistake that I did, you know, and put himself in jeopardy for being away from his children.
In my longest daydreams, somehow or another he get out of jail like that, and nobody has grown old, you know. And it could be next year or next month, and we pick right up. He don't want to know nothing about it. He's not interested in the lifestyle. And I'm not gonna say he want to go somewhere and get him a cottage with a white picket fence, but he's not involved in this, you know. But that's in my longest daydreams.
From our standpoint, these are dangerous guys. We had to take them off the street. We wanted them to go away for the rest of their lives. From this family standpoint, they put aside what they did. That's still their loved one. It's their son or their brother. They love them no matter what they did. I think sometimes it's not only tragic, but sometimes it's a relief for them because they know what they're doing. Their son or their brother, whoever it might be, they know they're in Rockford dealing dope. There's two ways out of that. You're going to the penitentiary or you're going to end up dead.